So I want to start doing story times, even though there are story times in my beauty and Bible study. So if you haven't checked those out, be sure to check it out. If you're wondering about this hair, this is gorgeous, most beautiful hair, and it is Indian curly by Matea's hair. I am Matea, and you got to love this texture. I mean, love it. So let's go ahead and get started. So for those of you who do not know, I am from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I currently live in North Carolina. However, most of my life, the way I grew up is based on, sorry y'all. I'm getting a new vanity chair, so if you haven't noticed, I've been sitting here for a few hours filming for you guys and for my hair business, so just been trying to get it together. But so I am originally from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I lived there my whole life until, and basically an adult, or actually yeah, almost an adult, and until I moved to North Carolina. So y'all, I don't know, is it here? That's it. Oh, okay, it was straight here. So I went to school, of course, in Colorado, and I had a teacher, and she was my third grade teacher, if I'm not mistaken. Third, fourth. Maybe she was my fourth grade teacher. I think she was fourth grade, and her name was Miss Rodriguez. Miss Rodriguez was very young. She was, I want to say, maybe in her early 20s, mid 20s. Um, yeah, I've had young teachers in my life, and that'll be in a whole nother story because I'm thinking about a story time right now. Let me actually write that one down. I gotta have sticky notes standby when I think about all these story times I have. All right now. So, in my life, I've had a lot of young teachers. Either they have recently graduated or they was just young. So, they didn't have like a whole bunch of experience yet. They haven't been in the game for like 10, 15 years like majority of my other teachers. So this teacher was one of my absolute favorite teachers because I learned so much from her. And I always think about the people that have helped mold me as a woman. And um, so my mom was a nurse, and she would work late night hours. She would do 12-hour shifts. If any of you guys are nurses or you know your moms were nurses, she was gone a lot. So, but it's so many of us and siblings, and I have siblings that are 8 years older than me, 4 years older than me. Then I'm an older sibling, so it's a lot of us. And so I was never like alone or anything, but my mom, she was always working so much to where I felt like I kind of clinged to other women to kind of understand like, okay, what's going on with me. Um, like I wanted to like know what being a woman was, like not in a fast way, but like how you conduct yourself, I guess, as a woman, what you look like, how you dress, how you put your makeup on, how you do your hair, just the girly things that I kind of felt like I didn't get. And my mom, she's a beautiful woman, and but she is also, she had brothers, so she never really got into being super girly, super feminine at all. But I like that, even though I was a tomboy. So any woman who was like, kind of sassy, not in their attitude, but just very beautiful, very feminine. I kind of gravitated to them because that was something that was unknown to me, and I like that. I like makeup at a young age. Of course, I wasn't allowed to wear it, but I just like that. And so Miss Rodriguez definitely was one of those women, and she just, not even that she wore like makeup or anything, she just had like this sensual way about herself, and I don't know why I keep doing that, seductive, but it wasn't that at all. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm bruised. I fell. So if y'all see that, I'm so sorry. I really did fall, and I actually fell in the shower. That might be another story time. Okay? Listen, I'm too grown to be falling. Okay? I'm too grown. Anyway, so I had a teacher, and her name was Miss Rodriguez, and she was so sweet. Like, because it was so many of us, we had our own responsibilities in our house. We were responsible for getting ourselves up, getting ourselves dressed, getting ourselves to school, you know, like, hey, up and at 'em, you guys know this is a system. My mom, like, tight shit. Be there, you help your siblings out. You guys are a team. This, and that. So, I'm so sorry, y'all. But so yeah, so I would get myself dressed in the morning. I would walk myself to school. I would everything. So one day, um, I came into class and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm good, girl." You know, like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Look, so we need to talk." And I was like, "What?" So I wasn't like aware of my body or anything like that. Not that I was super developed, because listen, y'all, the boobs that I got now, them two babies, okay, gave me, because I was like a no cup until I had kids, okay. But she kind of taught me more about like understanding how my clothes fit. And so I had a little bird chest in the fourth grade, of course, but I had like cute little V-neck shirts that my mom would buy me, and not thinking and not being conscious, I wasn't wearing spaghetti straps underneath them or little tank tops that it just made sense to do, because you shouldn't have all your chest out like that. So she'd be like, "Come on," like I remember her tugging. She's like, "What's up with that? Come on, like you, you as a young lady, you need to have something there," and everything like that. And simple things like that, and how she would kind of tell me like different ways on how to do things and how to carry myself. I always respected and I absolutely loved. So I absolutely loved her class. And in the fourth grade, we rotated classes. I had many different teachers, but she was like my homeroom teacher. And I remember because in fourth grade, we had done this thing. It was called All Around the World. Y'all. Okay, so one thing about me, if you know anything about me, which you guys will learn, I love culture. I love culture. I love learning about different ethnicities. I love learning about different cultures. I just love everything: food, music, dance, everything. You know, I love everything. This is a whole nother conversation for another day, but I just love it. So we had this section this day, and we actually had to come back in the evening because all around the world was only something that we did after school. It was like in the evening, you brought your parents, you came back, and you would just kind of talk about everything in the work that we like posters that we put up, flags, different countries, different food that they would have. So just different things that we had learned, and I absolutely loved that, of course. And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, who's gonna take me? My mom's gonna be at work, you know, and my stepdad, he was working too, so I was like, he ain't gonna take me, you know, like what?" I'm not gonna be able to come. And then we also had like an assignment too, so we had to go and I guess kind of like identify things, like teach them, and of course we would get a easy grade for that. So I was so excited, and I asked my older brother. My older brother's 8 years older than me. So hold on, let me think. How old are you, Nate? I don't know. Okay, so he was young too, but he was 8 years older than me in the fourth grade when I was in the fourth grade. So, but he's always been like super mature. Like my brother's been working since he was like 14 years old. Of course, he has a ton of little siblings, so he like grew up fast. He was like very mature. Like, listen, he's a grown man at like 16, 15. So, you know, but that just kind of gives you like the attitude that he had. Like he was already driving. So we had, let me think. So I told him, I said, "Hey, bro, you know, I got this thing I really want to go to, and it's all around the world, and I'm so excited." And when I'm excited, y'all, I talk so fast. And I'm like, "Yeah, and we're going to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this." And I'm chatting away. And he is like, okay. He was like, "Girl, what you need from me? What do you need? Why are you telling me?" So I was like, "Can you take me? You know, can you please take me? Like, you have to drive me up there. It's going to be late, and I can't walk the normal path that I normally would walk to go to school every day." One, because Colorado is the mountains, okay? So not only is it mountains, but it's a lot of hills, and I was walking through like brush. Now that I think about it, I would never let my kids walk that, but times are different than what they were when I was growing up, even though I'm still young, but you know what I'm saying. So I was like, "Bro, you know, can you take me?" And he was like, right, I'm gonna take it. Okay, so I was like, yes. So y'all, the whole ride down, I am just geeked. I'm like in the front seat. I'm looking around. I'm like, first of all, you're gonna get to meet my most favorite teacher, which is Miss Rodriguez. I absolutely love her. She's so nice to me, and I can't wait for her to meet my siblings. So, or my brother. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we get in there and we come in through the gym, and everything is so beautiful. The gym, I want to say, was like Native American, and they had different tribes and food and like um, there are a lot of reservations. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, there's a lot of reservations in Colorado. There are a lot of Native Americans there, and I mean, just it's just so beautiful. I remember mini story time within the story time, but I absolutely love culture so much, and specifically at this time I feel like I kind of go through stages where I love, like, I'm really studying and learning about a specific culture at the time, and I'm like so immersed in it, and it's all I'm thinking about, it's all I'm reading, everything. So when I was younger, it was Native American culture, because y'all know I'm black, right? So every black family be like, oh, you got, whatever in your family. So I was like, oh, I want to learn. And so I talked to my grandmother, and I was like, oh, this is a part of me, right? This is a part of me, right? So I want to get to know all of these different cultures. So I absolutely love that. And actually, one of my best friends at the time, in this very same time, we used to walk to school together periodically. Her parents mostly carpooled her, but she was full Native American, and so was her. I can't remember what her dad was, but her stepmom was Blackfoot, and y'all, she was a beautiful woman. She was a woman of stature. She was a woman. She was very full and voluptuous. She was like very, she was like dark skinned but very red, very pronounced features, just absolutely beautiful. Um, she kind of made me nervous. Like, I was low key a little bit scared of her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know why. I think as a kid, you're just like, did I do something wrong? And so when people look at you like, um, with very serious faces, you're like, uh, no, I didn't do nothing. Okay, she looking into my soul. Can she tell her, I'm a good person? She gonna tell me something about myself. But anyway, so my friend, she was full Native American. I think her mom had like passed away or something, or I think that she wasn't like she just, I don't know. I never saw her mom, but I think her mom did pass away because I never saw her and she never really talked about her like that. So she was super cool, and so of course she went to my school too. So when Native American Day came, of course I talked to my grandmother about like what was in our bloodline, and I was like, yes, girl, I got a little bit of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to know, I want to know about everything. And so I absolutely like started digging into it. I started learning about like pots. I started learning about dances. I love learning, I love museums. I love all of that, right? So, um, so she's coming. I end up seeing her there, and she's talking to my brother about what tribe is her tribe. And of course, there are a lot of girls that go to my school that are from like different tribes as well, and they kind of talk about like the reservations and stuff like that. Of course, they didn't get into the real deal about what be going on with, like what happened, but they try to keep it light as they could. But so we're going through the gym, and we're going through the hallway. Now the whole entire school is doing it, not just my classrooms. My classrooms just kind of have a set of like countries and cultures and everything like that. So we're going down the hall, and I'm seeing like other projects that other kids have kind of worked on. I'm seeing different food. We trying new food, y'all. Not foodie. I'm not thick for no reason. So I'm excited. My brother, he seems like he's having a good time. Side note, so since me and my brother are like so far in age, I feel like we were like in the same house, but I kind of low-key didn't really know him that well, because not only were we far in age, but y'all, just lash now. Anyway, but we were far in age, but I felt like I didn't get to see him because either he was at school or he's always working really late. So just a lot of different things, and so this was like the only time that I really got to spend with him. Um, I wonder, did he take off this day? If he did, that's another like, you're awesome. But so I didn't get like a really really close relationship with him until I kind of got grown. But that's like my best friend. Like, he's dope. We have so much in common, and so yeah, that's just that. But so he's cool. He's like vibing, and so we are excited, and we're going to my classroom, and we walk into Miss Rodriguez's class, and I was like, yes, you're gonna see you're gonna see all my little kid projects. You know, it was just everything for me. So I'm looking around the room and I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Miss Rodriguez was actually Puerto Rican, so she in her classroom she had like Latin countries. She had like Spain. She had Puerto Rico. She had El Salvador. She had a lot of stuff, y'all. Okay, so we started going around the classroom, and all of a sudden I realized that my brother is not behind me anymore. Okay, I'm trying to talk to him and I'm trying to show him these projects. I'm trying to get him to try these food, and he over there with Miss Rodriguez. Okay, and so I look over there and I was like, I hope they ain't talking about nothing I done did. But all right, so I keep going on. Then I see my brother trying to mac on my teacher. Like she's smiling and giggling a whole too much. Okay, it's just no. So I wanted to go and grab my brother by his fro and be like, listen, what we not about to do is that right there. Okay, first of all, you're too young. I know she older than you. Second of all, no. You know what I'm saying? I like her too much for you to be trying to, put a mac on. We don't do that. So they smiling and stuff, and I'm just looking over here like a hater. Because, okay, I was hating. I was like, and I'm just hating, y'all. I'm getting even more mad. So I was like, we got to go to the next class because we got China and Japan over here. Okay, so we got to go. We got to go. So my brother's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to catch you later. And she giggling and shit. And I was mad. And I was like, he comes into the next classroom. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, what? I was like, no, that's what we're not doing. What we're not doing is you're not going to talk to my favorite teacher because she's not going to be my favorite no more. Anyway, he was like, man, ain't nobody even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So we go and we're like going around the classroom and everything like that. So this is like the Asian culture. So we go to China, we go to Japan, we go like all of these different places and we're like learning about culture. And we are like, I think one more classroom to go to. I turn around. This man is not here. Where are you, sir? And why are you not exploring Asian culture with your little sister, the person you brought here? What are you doing? No, we're not doing that. And so now, all of a sudden, Miss Rodriguez is walking over into Asian culture. What we're not about to do is that, ma'am. You had a whole, listen, I know we was a little bit late because I ain't gonna lie, we was late. So maybe, uh-oh. Maybe there was nobody in her classroom. Maybe she wasn't expecting nobody else. But we don't need a tour from you, ma'am. Okay? Because y'all getting a little too fresh. So here they go. They walking. Now I just got an attitude because at that time, y'all, young me, young Tay, I used to be a little bit self-centered. And I was like, listen, this is my brother. And then this is my teacher. So I want individual attention from both of y'all. Because I want y'all to see all the projects that I worked on that, of course, Miss Rodriguez saw the projects that I worked on in her class, but she didn't see anything in my math class, and she didn't see anything in my, like, literature class or my, literature, English, whatever. So I was like, ma'am, you need to be focused on me, and he do too. Y'all can't be focused on each other. And in fact, I'd rather do this singular so I can get each and every one of y'all attention. So, put a long story short, we start going through, they're like talking about the food, and they like the food and whatnot, and I was just like, ma'am, and she had a boyfriend. Let me tell y'all, Miss Rodriguez had a boyfriend. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. She did. Her boyfriend, I don't know, I don't think he was in the military or something. I don't know, but I remember this one time she came in and she was really emotional because her boyfriend had fed her dog Reese cups. Or M&Ms, one of those. And I was like, why? My mama didn't like dogs, so we ain't had no pets. She had too many kids, okay? Y'all, my mama had too many kids. She didn't want no dang on dog. But we did end up getting a dog, but they would never last long. I think she would take them to the country and let them out. Be like he ran away. I know she definitely did do something like that because I think she told me about it when I got older. We had a dog named Spotty. Spotty used to bark all the time. She didn't like him, so he definitely had to go. He lasted like maybe a month. That was it. But yeah, she had told us about how her boyfriend had gave her dog like some chocolate. I think chocolate's bad for dogs. I'm still not 100% sure. Where's the peanut butter? No, I think they can have peanut butter. They can't have chocolate. It's bad for their heart, I think. So I was like, man, where's your man? Where's your man? Okay. So they go through the whole time. And at this point, I am just salty because we get through 3 classrooms. 3 classrooms, and I didn't get to talk to him about my art. I ain't talked to her about that art. Now we walking through the hallway. I'm walking mad farther than them. Listen, this is them, this is me. This is the space. Imagine that in a hallway. And I was just over it. I was over it because I wanted to show him all my cool projects. Though he got to see some projects, he didn't know which ones I did. And this was my judge. This was my culture. Well, not my culture. I mean, I guess. Yeah, not my culture. It wasn't mine. Okay. Some of it, maybe. But not mine. Come to think about it, I don't think we had no African American culture up there. I mean, maybe I didn't really realize it, but that's a story for another time. I just had another thought, but this video will be 45 minutes long before I know it. So I'm walking, and I'm just outside the gym at this point, and they're talking, and she's like, yeah, you know, and they're talking, and she's like very flirty with her fingers and her hands and shit, excuse me, stuff. And I was like, ma'am, I'm just over it. So I'm just outside because, one, I don't got the key to the car, and I just got an attitude. But I don't want to show I got an attitude because my brother gonna beat me up. He really didn't beat me up often, but you know, there wasn't no genders in our household. We used to wrestle and fight all the time. So, you know, I try to keep my composure. So if I ever needed him to take me anywhere else again, he wouldn't remember this moment, and I done cut a fool at this place because he trying to mac on my teacher. So, yeah. That is all. So, no, they're coming out the museum, the gymnasium and everything. I'm just looking because I got a whole attitude. Let me tell you something. I don't even remember the rest of that night because Coach Day was ruined. It was. And now I promise you, though I like Miss Rodriguez, I think it might have been close to the end of the school year. It might have been because I don't remember ever being like extra cool with her again because I just don't like that. I didn't like it, and I didn't like her no more. Okay? I didn't really like my brother either, but I had to live with him. Okay? And my brother's like my twin. He looked too much like me for me to be beefing with him. So that is story time about how my brother was trying to mac on my teacher. I don't know if he got her number. I don't know if there were any conversations even after that. I do know he was mad young, but I'm sure she did not know that. Okay? Because she was like, this brother, other. I'm just playing. That's a joke in my family. This other is real fine. You know what I'm saying? She probably was thinking something like that, but anyway. That's the story time for me. So I hope you guys like this little mini story time, and that is all. I'm gonna think about. Listen. This is the disclaimer at the end of this video. So if I'm gonna bring y'all story times, I got some real juicy ones, y'all. I got some real juicy ones. I don't have to ask my mama permission because I got some real juicy story times, y'all. So yeah. Got some real juicy ones. I'm gonna have to call my mama after this and make sure I can tell the story times because I don't want her to be mad at me. But so yeah, and I might have to have her refresh me on a few details. I know what I saw, but there's a background of this one particular story that I got to hit again. So yeah, y'all, that's about the time that my brother was trying to mac on my teacher, Miss Rodriguez. I don't know what happened, but I was ready to go. Ruin my whole culture night. So out of here. Oh, the other disclaimer is these story times are in very different places in my life, and I know that as Christians we all strive to be the best ever. So if you see like maybe characteristics are different, just know that I've grown and I'm a whole lot woman. I'm not a little girl anymore, and I'm always in my faith walk. I'm never perfect, so in these story times you may hear anything that sounds very much so ungodly. Not that I don't do ungodly things now, but I do strive to be as good as possible. You know, I try to make him proud. I try to represent myself in the best way for him and his liking, because it's just on my heart to do that. And so if you see anything that's out of character, know that there is growth in your faith walk. Know that there is growth that is within me, and know that I'm still growing. And I love y'all. So peace out, and we out. Later.